And we're back. We are back. You know what though? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this though. Can y'all hear me? Because I got my phone plugged up to the car, so I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Um, wow, wow. That's my first comment. Wow. So I woke up this morning and I had this video sent to me. Of course, so I've never really watched Cameron's show. It is what it is, or however it is, or whatever. But apparently, they started talking about Noah on it. So of course, I tuned in, and then I gave y'all guys on Twitter the little clip that I gave y'all like a little 5 minute clip. It's actually longer than that, so you should go to their YouTube and watch the whole thing. Okay, but I'm gonna sum it up for y'all in case you haven't seen the clip that I put on Instagram and I put on YouTube. They went in on Noah. That's all I can say. When I say they went in on Noah, they went in on Noah. Now, the sad part about it is the reality of it. Okay. Let me just say it like this here. I love Noah. Okay. I love Noah. I do. You know what I'm saying? I love Lance. I love both of them. I love Noah because he's trying. Okay. Okay. You have to admire anybody that's trying. Okay. He's failing miserably, but he's at least trying. Okay. Let me say it again. He's failing miserably, but he's trying. I understand what Noah's trying to do. Noah's trying to bring attention to track and field. Noah's trying to bring attention to the sport. Noah's trying to do things to get more eyes on the sport, but he's failing at it miserably. Okay. Here's why he's failing at it miserably, because I've said it before. Right now, Noah has appointed himself as the front runner for the sport of track and field. He's the one that's out promoting the sport. He's the one that's doing the NBC shows. He's the one that's doing the late night shows. He's the one that's doing the football games. He's doing everything, and he's out front representing the sport. Now, here's the problem with that, and I'm just being Ray, just giving my take. The problem with it is, if he's representing the sport, people are going to think that everybody in the sport is him. That's how sports and marketing shit works. They're gonna think that the sport is pretty much full of Noah Lyles because he's the front runner to try and get people to come in. So let's attack this thing about Noah wanting a shoe. Okay, shoes are a cultural thing, people. Okay, a cultural thing. I'm gonna say it again, a cultural thing. Shoes don't really it don't matter who you are. Okay, it matters about simply, do I want to do what you do? Meaning, do I want to be as cool as you are? I give y'all a prime example. Kanye dropped Yeezys. Kanye ain't did a sport ever in his damn life. How was Yeezys able to survive? How? Because people wanted to be like Kanye. So if I want to be like Kanye, I'm probably gonna dress like Kanye. I'm probably gonna wear the shoes that Kanye wear because I want to be like Kanye. I give you another example. When Jay-Z and Reebok, when they dropped their shoes, they sold out. When G-Unit dropped their shoes, they sold out. Jordan is forever going to sell out. And he don't even play basketball anymore. So it has nothing to do with the sport. It's the culture. Okay? Meaning, I kind of want to be like that person. So watch this. Nobody's going to say, I want to be like Noah Lyles. So culturally, he can't sell no shoes. And I think that's the part that a lot of people are missing, even in track and field. Because people in track and field are saying, oh man, he can sell. No, he can sell spikes. he can sell spikes for days. Give him some spikes, guess what? They gonna sell out. Give him some shoes, they ain't gonna sell out. They ain't gonna do nothing. Because though that is, I'm gonna say it again, that's a cultural thing. Okay? When we buy shoes, we're buying shoes because we want exclusive shoes. We're buying shoes so that when we walk around wherever we're going, it's like, oh shit, man, you got them goddamn things on your feet. You know what I'm saying? That's the shoe. I'm a sneakerhead, so I'm telling y'all, that's our culture. Nobody's gonna be like, hey, bro, you finna cop the new Noahs? Hell no, fuck, I'm finna put some Noahs. I know I don't want them. That's the sneaker game. I understand where Noah coming from with I've done A, B, C, D, E, F, G in the sport, so I deserve a shoe. But shoes, watch this right here. Look at everything Steph Curry did in the damn sport of basketball, but ain't nobody lined up to buy no Currys. Ain't nobody lined up to buy no Currys. Why? Because it's the Currys. I don't want to be like Steph Curry. Like that ain't nobody lined up to buy that. Ain't nobody doing that. Now, it's it's actually a cool factor. I hate to say it, but it's a cool factor, okay? And right now, it's being portrayed to the entire world that Noah is not cool. Noah is corny. So shoe sales, if I'm the person that's working there, in the marketing department, I understand that. I understand that he ain't gonna sell no shoes because ain't nobody gonna want to be like him. Now, here's the thing that track people got to understand. Because track folks will say, well, in the track and field world, everybody will buy them. You might be right. But guess what? The track and field world is so minute compared to football, basketball, baseball, soccer. No shoe company, their actual shoe company in the marketing department is going to care that much. They're not going to care. It's like, yeah. Y'all still a small prize. Y'all, here's what y'all got to understand. And that's why I put that video up. This is how the regular world sees us. This is how the regular world sees our sport. This is why our sport can't grow. I've been saying it for years. It can't grow because it's not cool. That's what y'all keep missing. What we do is not cool. It's not. It's not like people like, hey man, shit, I'm gonna go to the track meet. Track people do that. Okay? Not regular people. It ain't like, hey man, I gotta get to the house where I can watch this damn Grand Slam. Track people do that, not regular people. Okay? So our sport ain't even looked at as a cool sport to where anybody would buy. And like the lady said, she was like, I don't even think Usain Bolt had his own shoe. And if he had his own shoe, I wouldn't have bought it. Because it's the culture. Okay? We're looked at as 4-year athletes in track and field. We're looked at as every 4 years. And every 4 years is when we will pay attention to you. Anything in between that, we're not paying attention to you. So when you look at it in that perspective, okay, nobody in track and field would ever successfully be able to have their own shoe. Okay? Because nobody in track and field is, I'm gonna say it. Nobody in track and field is cool enough. Nobody in track and field is cool enough for that at all. I don't give a damn who you start with. You can go with Sid. Not happening. We will use you in our shoe at New Balance. We will post you in our shoe, but we're not going to give you a signature shoe. Nobody's going to buy that. Nobody's going to buy that, okay? Because what we got to keep in mind, like I keep trying to teach y'all, we got to stop looking at things through the track and field lenses and look at things from the real world lenses, which is why I put that video up. This is how the real world sees you, not how you see you. And if you listen to them, how you see you and how they see you are completely polar opposites. On completely polar opposites. So first and foremost, we would have to first be cool. And we just don't have enough people in here. What do we always say? Okay. We got track ninjas and we got ninjas who run track, right? The ninjas who run track would be the closest ones to being able to get their own shoe. But now watch this. Even they can't do it because they're still track. They're still track. Nobody can relate to that. That's what I think people understand. What we do, they can relate to the running. They can relate to the running. But they can't relate to us as people. People buy things, but watch this right here. Cardi B. People buy shit because Cardi B wears it. They don't give a damn how it looked on them. They don't give a damn how it feels. I saw Cardi B wearing it, so I want it. See how that works? That's why the one percenters do that. if I put this on Beyonce, guess what's gonna happen? Everybody gonna buy it because they want to be like Beyonce. They don't give a damn about the product. Beyonce has it, so I want it. Now let's get back to this. Who is gonna want a Noah Lyles shoe? And no knock on Noah. It's just a reality. Nobody's gonna want it. So Adidas knows that. Bro, nobody's gonna wear your shoe. So we're not, and it's not discrediting anything you've done. It's business, and that's what track people gotta start understanding. This shit don't be personal; it be business. But then they take it personally. It ain't personal; it's business. You will not get a shoe, sir. Like just go over there, and again, it's not personal; it's business. You're not gonna get a shoe, okay? Because again, the culture, the shoe culture is not buying your shoe. They're just not. They're not buying. They're not buying it. Now, Spike, maybe, possibly, but guess what? Even that's a stretch. That's still a stretch because the Spike got to work. And now watch this. Here's where you lose that with the Spikes. You can only sell to kids. Who else you gonna sell to? You can only sell to youth Spikes. Can't sell them to the pros because the pros pretty much got sponsorships and they can't wear them. So it's like I get what Noah coming from with he feels like he deserves his own shoe. And then rightfully so, he should feel that way. But rightfully, you're not gonna get it ever. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen at all whatsoever. Whatsoever. Now here's what else I took from that video. Okay. If y'all haven't looked yet, go on over to my Instagram, go on over to Raise Take Twitter. You'll see the 5 minutes. You want to see the whole video, go to Cameron's them page. Noah has somehow made a way to be utilized and used, from my eyes, for the wrong things. Meaning, every show he does, every podcast he does, it makes himself look worse and worse and worse to where it's almost like these people are only inviting him on these shows because they know he gonna say some stupid shit, and then that's gonna help them get more views, and then everybody else gonna get more views off of it because he's gonna say some shit on the shows. And that's pretty much what Cameron and them said. Cameron and them came from watch this right here. This is what I do respect about Cameron and them on that show. They came from a real ninja standpoint. Literally everything Cameron said would be what a real ninja would say in the barbershop, in the streets, in the hood, anywhere. He watched this. At that moment, Cameron spoke for the culture. And he was right. It's like, bro, nobody's buying that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a diss, but it was a diss. But it wasn't really a diss. It was more like a reality. It was like, you're not that cool. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not that cool. That's pretty much what he said. Like in a nutshell. Like, and because of that, nobody's ever gonna buy your shit. Like it ain't got nothing to do with. It ain't got nothing to do with your records. It ain't got nothing to do with your running. It's just a simple fact that we don't think you're that cool. Now, if you were cool, you probably get your own shoe. But watch this right here. I feel confident saying, even if Usain Bolt had a signature Puma shoe, that signature Puma shoe ain't doing shit. Why? Because the culture doesn't want to be like Usain Bolt. They think he's a great athlete. They think he's the fastest man ever. But I don't want to be like Usain Bolt. And that's how the culture is. It's literally like, I want to be like that person. So I want to dress like that person. I want to do what that person does. I want to go to these restaurants because that person goes to these restaurants. Shit, I only went to Nobu because Drake rapped about Nobu. It's that type of stuff because people they want to feel like they are close to their favorite celebrities. That's what sells. They want to feel like they are a part of their favorite celebrities. If you ain't these people's favorite celebrities, then guess what? You can't sell a damn thing. You can't. Watch this right here. Noah could pretty much put his name on anything and it won't sell. For everything I just said. For everything I just said. Noah pretty much won't be able to sell anything because culturally how they look at him. But he did that to himself. He did it to himself. He did that to himself. Meaning, you presented yourself to the world a certain way. And when you presented yourself to the world that way, that stuck. That literally stuck in their head and in their mind. And here's the thing y'all gotta understand. Inside track and field, you can say some stupid shit, some crazy shit. You can do some stupid shit, do some crazy shit, and guess what? Go run fast, we'll forget about it. You don't believe me? Look what happened with Tia. Run fast, you're gonna forget about the shit. Look what happened with Fred. Go run fast, you're gonna forget about the shit. The regular world ain't gonna forget about that shit because they don't care about you running fast. So no matter what he does, they're always gonna look at him as the cornball who said the crazy shit about the NBA. That's his tag now. It does not matter. That's his tag. The regular world is always gonna see him that way. So if Noah's name pops up in the subconscious mind of anybody outside of track and field, the first thing that's gonna happen is gonna be corny. And at that point, you done. You're done because there's no way for you to reconcile that because they only see you once every four. So you can't fix that now. You can't fix that. And now every time he go on a show, there it's getting worse and worse. As in, it's not helping him because every time he does a show, and kind of like with Cameron's son, every time he does a show, I dislike him even more because of the things that he says, the way he carries himself, yada yada yada. Which again, I love Noah because he do what he want to do. But I'm just giving y'all my take on everything Cameron said. He was 100% correct. He's 100% correct. Cameron's 1,000% correct. Everything he said, he's 1,000% correct, except about the Braves. Okay, that was a little low. That was a little Harlem diss when he started talking about the Braves. You know what I'm saying? But again, it was some game and some knowledge for track and field in everything that Cam was saying. Because what I'm always trying to get track and field people to do is understand how the regular world looks at you. Okay, which is why when I'm talking about Grand Slam, when I'm talking about Athos, I'm like, no, don't look at these leagues through the track and field lenses. You got to look at these shits through the regular lenses. You got to look at this shit through the same lens that Cameron just looked at it through. That's the problem. Okay? So in order to get into the eyes of the cool people, you got to do some cool shit. That's it. You got to do some cool shit. Again, we're not gonna keep talking about ethos, but that's what they understand. We got to get the culture. The culture. That's why we got Meg the Stallion. Damn the running. We need the culture to get behind this. That's the only way. And what the culture is continuously showing us and telling us is y'all niggas is lame. Literally, I hate to call it that way, but that's what the culture is literally consistently telling us. Like, y'all niggas is lame. Everybody that running lane, y'all. Now watch this right here. Now here's the crazy part, but it should be the crazy part. I didn't do the whole video, so I gotta go back and watch it. But Cameron even stated I would buy a Sha'Carri Richardson shoe before I would buy a Noah Lyles shoe. You see what I'm saying about the culture? That's why Sha'Carri, and that's why we have these debates back and forth track and field. How is she this, she that, she this, she that, she this, she that, but she ain't got but 2 medals, Elaine, and everybody got all this? Because you're looking at it through a track and field eye. Through a cultural eye, that lady is a cultural icon. Literally. They don't give a damn about the track side. They don't care. She did what Sha'Carri did was before she even got a medal, she captured the culture. How? Because she came out looking and acting like them. She came out with the fingernails, that's the culture. She came out with the hair, that's the culture. She came out with the attitude, that's the culture. That's the culture. She did everything that the culture needed to see to get behind her. And that's how she won. What we learned on Gladiator? Win the crowd. That's your freedom. She won the crowd. So it didn't matter at that point. So now when she did win, it elevated her. And then even when she got a silver medal, they still call her the fastest woman in the world because it's the culture. It's the culture. She got the culture behind her, which is why Cameron said what he said. I'd buy a Sha'Carri Richardson shoe before I buy a Noah Lyles shoe. That's your proof right there. They telling y'all like, no, we rock with this person, we rock with that person, we rock with this person, we rock with that person. Which again, I'm not gonna say it's sad. I'm just gonna say like, well, shit, that's the nature of the world. If I can relate to you, I can rock with you. People can relate to Sha'Carri, so they can rock. They gonna rock with her. Sha'Carri might be relatable in from the women's side, from say a Cameron side. That's like one of my homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the subconscious mindset. So they will rock with those type of people. Period. Point blank. If Sha'Carri Richardson was to come out with a shoe, that bitch gonna sell. It's out of here, Jack. It's out of here. And it ain't got nothing to do with what she did on the track at all. It got everything to do with who she is in the culture. I'll say it again. When the last time Michael Jordan bounced a goddamn basketball? It ain't got nothing to do with the sport. It ain't got nothing to do with that. So here's my thing. I'm gonna give y'all this bit. I'm finna go. Okay. I told y'all. I told y'all. And I'm gonna keep telling y'all. Okay. Our sport will never grow until our sport can become culturally accepted. I don't give a damn how many grand slams you do. I don't give a damn how many ethos you do. I don't give a damn how many anything you do until the culture, and I'm really only speaking American, but American culture goes everywhere. That's why Yeezy sold out everywhere. When the culture accepts you and the culture likes you, now you're in. It ain't got shit to do with the sport. You know how many sports there is that the culture don't accept it? Football, culturally accepted, they on top. And they only play half a quarter of a damn year. Basketball is a culture. The culture accepts it. Watch this though. Baseball is not culturally accepted. It's not. It's not. Which is why only one baseball player was ever able to successfully have a shoe. And that was Ken Griffey Jr. Because his shoes was dope. And the culture accepted his shoes and accepted him because he was cool as hell. Bo Jackson. His culture accepted his shoe because his shoe was cool as hell and he was cool as hell. He even had a thing. What was Bo's? Bo knows. Come on. What was Mike? I want to be like Mike. Like the culture was accepting these athletes. That's why these athletes' shoes were able to sell. They ain't got nothing to do with the sports side of it. Now, again, track and field. Until y'all folks understand, I've said it before. Your shit stink, but you act like it don't. That pedestal that you think you own is a footstool. Okay? Prime example. I like that Zion Primetime Dion. Same thing. Okay? You have to be cool for the culture to accept you. Nothing about track and field is cool. Everything about it. And you can't, I'm not going to say no. Everything about our sport is kind of corny. If you turn it on from and you just watching it from an outside eye, the whole damn sport kind of corny. And what I mean by kind of corny is just watch a track meet. Like I don't know what else to tell y'all. You know, athletes are very robotic. They say the right stuff. They do the right things. Well, the culture don't really follow that. Watch this right here. I'm just gonna be the person to tell y'all this. Whether y'all like it or not, Fred Curley culturally is liked more. If you don't believe me, go. Well, you have to go back and look. But if you don't believe me, go to TMZ. And then when you go to TMZ, scroll back to when Fred got in trouble in Florida the last time. Okay? And then when you find that TMZ, go through the comments and see how many actual people who are in the culture are backing and behind Fred. Go look at what the game tweeted. You see what I'm saying? Go look at what, I know the game was one of them. Young Thug was one of them. Go look at the people who are backing Fred. It's the culture. It's the hip hop culture. Now a lot of that got to do with his, his girlfriend, but the hip hop culture rocks with Fred. So guess what? If Fred or anybody, he get in anybody video, music video, it's the same reception as Sha'Carri's. It's the same reception. I'm trying to tell y'all this now. I'm trying to tell y'all this. Don't let it fool you inside the track and field world. Okay? Same reception. So now watch this right here. If Fred Curly dropped the shoe, it won't sell. It won't sell either. But it will sell quicker than Noah's because what Fred Curly could possibly do is get somebody like the game to wear it. And then once the game wears a Fred Curly shoe, now the culture gonna follow because they want to be like the game. Y'all see what I'm literally, pun intended, giving y'all game on. This shit ain't gonna ever work for us because our sport is just not cool. It's that simple. Our sport is not cool. Period. Point blank. We don't have enough cool people in our sport for our sport to be looked at from a different aspect. Okay? And again, that ain't no knock on the athletes. The athletes are just who they are. And there's nothing wrong with who they are. They can be who they want to be. But if we're talking about gaining outside exposure, it ain't gonna happen. Not this way. Not this way. Not this way at all. Not when you got watch this right here. We're too clean cut. All right? We're too clean cut. We're too sophisticated. We're too high and mighty as Olympians and this and that to where the regular people can't relate to us. Which is why I hate to use Fred again, but as sad as it is, the bullshit that Fred is going through is making him more likable because people can relate to it. See what I'm saying? Fred getting beat by the police was probably one of the best beatings he could have got. Because once that went everywhere, oh, everybody rocking with you now. Everybody rocking with you now. Because culturally, they saw that. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So my message to y'all track people and to everybody is we have to find a way to be cool. That's it. If we want outside eyes, if we want outside people, if we want the sport to grow, we gotta find a way to be cool. We're not cool as a whole, not just Noah. Noah is the leader of the track world, and your leader is looked at as corny. So then when they do tune in and they see the rest of it as pretty uneventful and corny, then the whole thing gonna look that way. We have to find a way to be cool. That's it. That's all. And look, I ain't trying to do this right here, but I got to do it. Grand Slam. Okay? And these are the things that hurt us. Watch. Grand Slam has this thing that I like. And it's when they first get there, it's the drip, right? They got like this backdrop, which the drip and, because they trying to get the culture by acting like the culture, which I'm a fan of. Like, okay, well, yeah, go ahead when people come in and get the drip, yada, yada. But now watch this. When they do that and the athletes come dripped out, it's the corniest shit that you could have put on to be dripped out in. It's the corniest. So now, if we're looking at things from okay, the NBA had they little red carpet drip when they come down. NFL had theirs. In NBA, I like the idea. But then when you actually do it, and now I got to put it on the athletes or whatever. When you actually do it, you doing it in like you warm up, and then and I'm not calling no names. I'm just saying from a whole because I haven't seen one person fit what it should be when these people are talking about drip down. When I turn that shit on, I be like, and I look at the photos, I'm like, that's what y'all calling drip? No wonder we can't get accepted. We're using they terms, which is cultural. We're using cultural terms, and then we're mixing cultural terms with corniness. That's it. That's what we doing. Because if you telling me they about to be dripped out when they, ooh, let me see what they got on there. Because I know me, but I might come out there with some Balenciaga on or some shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even got to put no name brand on. I'm going to put together this shit like, man, take me to Target. I'll make it look like $1,000,000. But when these people come out, they make it look like, what the hell are you wearing? And that's not now watch this. You have the, what the hell are you wearing because it's so exquisite. It's like, damn, what the hell is this nigga wearing? Then you have the, bro, what the hell you got on? That's what you, this is what you rocking? This what you, this your drip? Or then you have, no disrespect to the females, but then you have them come on like, this your drip? Oh, hell, no wonder they don't, no wonder, no wonder. How are we going to want them or get them to buy a shoe from one of us when they don't even want to dress like one of us? Like, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. So it's just those things is like, we either got to accept who we are and just let it go, meaning we going to always be at the bottom of the totem pole, all right? We either going to accept that shit and just stop crying about not being accepted in the regular world, not growing the sport. We either going to accept who we are, or we going to have to listen to what these people are saying about who we are and start trying to change and promote more of that, okay? Instead of kicking Fred Curley out of Grand Slam, you probably should have promoted him more in Grand Slam. Why? Because of the culture. I get what they saying, the image this, the image that. Well, guess what? That clean cut image that we always had ain't did shit for us. It ain't. It has not. So maybe you probably should have kept him in there. Because look here. TMZ got him here. CNN got him here. You got people learning about him. He's in the culture because now when he go to talking and shit like that, and he gets on them podcasts, think about Fred Curley when Fred Curley was on the Pivot podcast. Think about his interview. These niggas ain't built like me. That's what the culture want to hear and see it on your face. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Now when you compare that and then you compare Noah, it's like, Fred, this is what he really meant. Like, we not the same, which is okay. We're not supposed to be the same. But if we're again talking about bringing in outside viewership and shit like that from the outside, well, we probably got to be like what the outside want to see and be like. It's just that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. What? You think more spinners should go to jail? Shit, why not? Hell, every rapper do it. Hey, every rapper go to jail, and they come out of jail, and everything just turn up. It's almost like the hip hop recipe. Got to go to jail first, baby. After you go to jail and come out, now you on top. Hey, listen, I mean, I might sound ignorant because I'm making jokes, but at the end of the day, shit, yeah. Hey, listen. Listen, we're not gonna keep sitting here and pretend like we don't live in America. We're not gonna pretend like how y'all like to pretend. Y'all gotta get out of y'all track and field bubble. I keep telling y'all this shit all day long because the things that you're wanting to happen in our sport, they can't happen until you understand how everybody looks at our sport. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's it. That's all. Vibrating higher. Listen, we're not here to talk about that. All right. We're simply talking about from a regulation level of why Noah can't sell shoes, why track and field ain't gonna work. Okay. It is what it is. It's the culture. Now you want to go all into the vibrating higher, vibrating lower. We shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. You got a whole point. You're right. Ain't no you saying you're right, but we're not here for that. We're here for the reality. And the reality is, shit, the things that we're saying that we want to happen, the only way they're going to happen is if we start to look like them, unfortunately. Again, I keep saying it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it has to be that way. Now, if we want to stay where we're at, okay, as in, if we want to stay in the track and field world, then let's just keep doing what we've been doing. I don't mind just being in the track and field world because I'm like a shapeshifter. I go back and forth. I'm gonna go. I'm be in the regular world with the regular people, and I'm gonna come over here with y'all. So it don't make me no. Never mind if y'all don't ever change it because I'm gonna be in both of them no matter what. And because I'm in both of them, that's why I feel confident and comfortable when I come back and tell y'all, you ain't gonna ever get in. you ain't gonna, you ain't gonna ever get in. You ain't gonna ever get in. Sha'Carri Richardson, watch this. How did Sha'Carri Richardson become famous? Let's not pretend like we don't know. How did Sha'Carri Richardson become famous? Somebody write in a comment because I only have to say it. How did Sha'Carri Richardson become famous? Exactly. Thank you, Jim Dees. Exactly. Sha'Carri Richardson, thank you, Aaron, became famous for no barber, not a drug test, weed. Thank you, David. Failed in the drug test for smoking marijuana. She became famous because, wait, I smoke marijuana. She smoked marijuana too. Oh, I like her. And y'all gonna try and ban her for smoking marijuana? Boo! Boo! That's how they are. That's how they are. That's the culture. How you gonna ban her for smoking weed? Man, ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed. There ain't nothing wrong with that. When in reality, in her profession, there's a lot wrong with it. That's why she got suspended. There's endless amounts of wrong with what she did. But guess what? In the regular world, she became famous because, oh man, she smoked weed. Oh man, she cool as shit. I'm telling y'all how they talk. Oh man, she smoked weed. Damn, she got a fine too. She look like she from the hood. Oh man, I'm rocking with sister. And these folks don't know shit about track and field. We've said it 100 times. Majority of Sha'Carri's fan base, the Sha'Carri stands, don't know shit about track and field. There's your proof right now. It's like shit. Them folks don't care nothing like that. Thank you, Tony. I'm gonna put up what he just said. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know how. I forgot how to do that. But anyway, what Tony just said, she's just like me. That's it. That's all they needed to see. That's all they needed to hear. And she took over the world. She just like me. Now watch this. Inside track and field, she can't even stand next to the Lane Thompson. She can't stand next to a damn, she really can't stand next to a Juju. Because Juju got an Olympic medal. Gold. She can't even breathe the same air as Shelly Ann Fraser Price. You see these women's resumes in track and field? It should be a blessing that you even get to still race against them in track and field. But now go to the outside world. Elaine who? Shelly Ann who? We don't know them. We don't scare it though. There you go. It ain't about the sport. It's about the culture, baby. It's about the culture. If you can get the culture, then you got track and field. And that's why I'm going to end it like this. That is why I keep telling y'all, Athos will win. Grand Slam will have trouble. Because Grand Slam is still in the track world. Athos is bringing the culture in. All right, I'm back. My phone was ringing. Completely different. When I say completely different. You got to get the culture. Get the culture behind you. You gonna make money forever. You gonna make money on type of money on type of money on type of money. But you got to get the culture behind you because the culture is the ones that's spending the money anyway. That's all I gotta say to y'all folks, man. Hey, go check that video out though, so y'all can see the whole thing. Like I said, I put a snippet of it on my Instagram and on Raise Take Twitter. So go check it out. You know, check out the whole thing that Cameron and them said, and I don't know, just see if y'all agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's the harsh reality of America, and America pretty much American culture pretty much runs the world. So there y'all have it. I love all y'all. As I always say, I love all y'all. But y'all gotta stop being so corny, man. I'm telling y'all, y'all bet y'all gotta stop being so corny. Y'all gotta stop being so corny. And when watch this right here. Watch this right here. When shit like what happened yesterday happened with the Mr. 100K. Watch this right here. Here's what y'all ain't gonna want to hear. The culture gonna get behind Mr. 100K because of everything he did. They do that. They go to these games and they do what he just did. They go to these football games. They go to these basketball games. They have this team passion to where they can relate to that. Guess what? A New York Mets fan is going to see that video and relate. Why? I do the same shit when I sit behind home base of the Yankees game. They going to relate to that. Damn, if you go and pull a Dallas Cowboys fan, put them at an Eagles stadium behind the right there behind the benches. What do you think they gonna do? So unfortunately, what he did, as sad as we want to call it, is going to connect to the culture. And the culture is going to give him a pass, and okay, a thumbs up. The culture is going to say, he's a cool guy. Like I'm trying to teach y'all track folks how the world is. The culture gonna say he's a cool guy. Track and field gonna say he's the worst person ever. You see where we at? You see where we at? We gotta start bending a little bit, people. Gotta start bending just a little bit. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. That was all I had for y'all. Check it out.